Welcome to That Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Sally Prosser. If you want to speak with style, sass, and soul so you can love your voice and land your message, you're in the right place. Let's hit it. Welcome to That Voice Podcast, episode 302, and we are diving right into it today. This episode is called The Leadership Communication Blind Spot. And the fact that you're here listening to this tells me you are going to resonate. As a voice and communication advisor who's worked with hundreds of leaders throughout my career, many through team workshops too, not just individual, there are lots of skills to learn around what to say, how to say it, how to cope with pressure, the stress, the nerves, how to handle those tricky conversations. And especially for the people who work with me one-on-one, there is a big focus on themselves. Now stay with me. I love that. We need to focus on ourselves, invest in ourselves. And I love that my clients are so self-aware. They have that growth mindset. I can learn, not the fixed mindset, like I'm stuck with it. They're in the player mode, not the victim. So they're asking always, what can I do in this situation? What can I create? They're not complaining about what happened to them. They're not victims of the circumstance. And these are the qualities of the people who've signed up to my new 8-week course called the Certified Voice Print Leader. They are highly self-aware and ready to grow, ready to go. Now, this brilliant attribute is the very reason they have this leadership communication blind spot. And you might resonate with this. They're asking, how can I communicate more effectively with my team, with my managers, with my clients? How can I improve the way I give feedback, constructive criticism? How can I motivate people better? Me, I. Reminds me of those, is it Muppets? Where they pop up and they go, me. Reminds me of that voice warm-up. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. It's a good one. Radical self-responsibility. This is great. It's about me. It's about I. Now, this is exactly what can cause the blind spot. And the blind spot is failing to look at the other person. Now, I am not saying blame the other person. Very important. We are not blaming the other person, but we need to look at the other person. It's about being able to read their communication style, understand what emotions are running underneath their words, having empathy for where they're at, and be able to coach them, develop them, do what a great leader is meant to do. And that's what you will learn in the Certified Voice Print Leader course, because you can be a textbook great communicator. You can use the proven frameworks for giving feedback or getting to the point to share a message. You can be in total command of your vocal tone, your breathing, your body language. Now, that does not mean your audience or the person in front of you is. They've likely had way less communication training than you, if any. For example, I had a client who was struggling to give feedback to a team member who was in her 20s. She hadn't prepared very well for a meeting and it showed. And generational differences do come in here. And my client, by all reports, delivered the feedback calmly, followed the frameworks, used her voice, and was met by defensiveness, hostility, and a bit of snappiness. And she said to me, Sal, what did I do wrong? And I said, you didn't do anything wrong here. She might not be experienced in how to take feedback. Her defensiveness is likely because she feels shame, embarrassment. She's let you down. Every situation's a bit different, but from the details she told me, this is where we got. So the next step is to coach through those feelings. Now, you might be like, Sal, I have got enough to do. I cannot become a therapist for my team. And I get that. There was actually an article that came out about burnout from all the emotional caretaking by managers. But if you had some skills around recognizing what's underneath the response and the language around what to do next, that's where you will get better results in the long run. Because you're helping people help themselves. You're lifting them. You're teaching them, you're coaching them. And I think a lot of the exhaustion comes from managers because they're absorbing all the emotional troubles and not knowing what to do with it. Emotional absorbers. So learning these skills will make your job easier and you get to genuinely help someone's personal growth. And this is how the Certified Voice Print Leader course is a little different because you get clear on this blind spot. You'll learn how to interpret the person or people. It is a bit more challenging when there are more voices, but you'll learn how to read the response, adapt, and coach. Another example is with a client of mine who's a marketing coach, and she's trying to encourage her clients to do social media videos. I'm always banging on about this. And if you're a leader in an organization, this story parallels perhaps wanting to put someone forward for a presentation or pitch, and they might be a bit reluctant to do it and say yes. And this client, my marketing coach, has all the data, all the marketing reasons as to why video is working, as to the technical knowledge on how to film, how to edit the videos. But all she had for her client, my client's client, in terms of the confidence conversation, where she was just not wanting to make videos online because she didn't feel confident, all my client had for her was, you can do it. Don't worry about what people think. And she actually reached out to me and said, Sal, I think she needs you. And well, there's one of me. And my goal is to help you help others so we can collectively raise as many voices as possible. Now, if you've ever felt deep fears around being seen, being heard, fearing judgment, rejection, not liking how you look, not liking how you sound, then don't worry, you can do it. Probably isn't the motivation that's going to cut it, right? There needs to be some deeper questions and guiding support to shift that client's behavior, to get them to say, yes, I am posting that video, to get them to take action. Now, I mentioned questions. There are particular questions to ask. There's also techniques like reframing, entertaining the opposite, body exercises, voice exercises. All these techniques you'll get really good at in the Certified Voice Print Leader program. So if you are a coach, a consultant, a leader in an organization, you don't need to send someone to specific voice coaching unless you want to. You would be in a position to help facilitate that transformation. It's a jargony way of saying you know what to say, what to do, and your value increases because that person feels fully supported. They say things like, wow, she is so much more than a marketing coach. Wow, she's such a great manager. That advice really helped me. These are the results you can expect from the Certified Voice Print Leader course. It's 8 weeks. We start on October 19. Places are limited because there's a little project component. So I need to make sure I have the time to be able to mark all of them. And also you don't want it too big so you can get the attention you need. So the numbers are limited. So don't wait until the last minute to sign up. There is a payment plan and there's also an upfront payment option as well. And if you click the link in the show notes, you'll find the page with all the info, including what we're doing in the content every single week. Come and join us in cohort 1. It's going to be the best professional development you do this year. And the networking. Meeting other people who are looking to better themselves in this way is priceless. I am so impressed by the group we have so far. If you're not surrounded by people who help you grow and are doing inspiring things, I don't know what to tell you. You need to get on it. It makes such a difference. And being able to coach makes you absorb the information more. There's that Seneca quote, docendo decimus. I think that's the pronunciation, docendo decimus, which basically means by teaching, we learn. By teaching, we learn. So doing a course where you are learning how to teach the content will ensure that you absorb the content a lot better. So come and join us. It's called the Certified Voice Print Leader. Come and join us in cohort 1. Back yourself, back the new program. Link is in the show notes. Let's do this. Thanks for listening. If it resonated, please share on your socials and tag us at That Voice Podcast on Instagram. And for episode details, hot off the drop, straight to your inbox, leave your email at thatvoicepodcast.com.